Hey guys, let's go all around the world. Today I am unveiling a new series called The Most Shocking, Crazy, Interesting, and Bizarre Facts. And today, the first episode is Russia. So please tell me what you think and enjoy. Honorable mentions.
Just happy.
Karen, will you please accept this rose?
Absolutely, I will.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For anyone who knows Russians, you know that they are a very superstitious group of people. A simple kind gesture such as giving someone flowers could be perceived as a wish of misfortune. That is, if you give them an even number of roses. For an even number of roses are only given at funerals. So fellas, if you see a hot Russian girl and you manage to get a date with her and you want to impress her with flowers, make sure you only give her an odd number, because if you don't, then you probably won't be getting a second date. Number 15.
What is your emergency?
Fake ambulances for traffic. With a city of over 12 million people, Moscow boasts the largest city in Europe. So you can imagine that daily traffic jams are probably a huge pain. So in order to get around this, Moscow's super rich have used what's called taxi ambulances at $200 per hour to beat the morning traffic to work. Help! 911! There's an emergency! I'm going to be late for work. And I'll be rushing through traffic. Number 14.
Are you taking a selfie right now?
Russian woman holds the Guinness World Book of Records of giving birth to 69 children. Now, most women you talk to nowadays only want 2, maybe 3 children. But in the 17th century, Russian peasant Fyodor Vasilyev and his wife gave birth to 69 children. Now, here's the breakdown. 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. This gives new meaning to the term, all in the family. However, Mr. Vasilyev wasn't done, because after his first wife died, he had another 18 children with his second wife, tallying 87 in total. He's like the Energizer Bunny who keeps going and going and going. It makes you wonder what the 17th century equivalent of Viagra was. Number 13. For all you kitty cat lovers or animal activists, the Moscow Cat Theater will be of great interest to you, as all the actors are cats. You can see cats rope walking, playing with balls, and jumping through hoops, and everything else. Of course, many allegations of animal cruelty and animal abuse surround this place. So I guess you have to really ask the aristocrats, does everybody really want to be a cat? Everybody wants to be a cat. Second, ironically, the stray dogs of Moscow seem to have a little better than the cats. These homeless canines are known to ride the Moscow subway alongside their human counterparts. Reportedly, these dogs have formed packs, learned to judge length and time between each stop, recognize the names of stops, and even the scent of each stop. Similar to human dogs, they even sleep on the subway and remind each other of when to get off. And lastly, the polar bears of Kronsky Natural Reserve in Russia's eastern province have been getting high off of aviation fuel, as they take deep breaths after sniffing around each aviation barrel. So much so that the bears have even started the stalking helicopters, waiting for them to drop fuel so that they could get high off of it. I guess you can say that they are barely conscious. Number 12.
Deal! Now we toast with vodka. Yeah, now we drive.
Thank you. So, you're from Russia, huh?
Duh.
You drunk yet?
Russians drink 6 times more alcohol than Americans, but 3 times the amount of tea. Although it is not right, it is extremely common stereotype to associate Russians with drinking vodka and alcohol. It should come as no surprise to anyone that Russians on average drink 6 times the amount of alcohol compared to their American counterparts. But surprisingly, they also drink 3 times the amount of tea. So if someone says to a Russian, you guys are always drunk and you guys are more drunk than Americans, they can respond, yes, we're more drunk than Americans, but we are also more sophisticated. Number 11.
Хранят так много дорогого, чуть пожелтевшие листы, как будто все вернулось снова, как будто вновь со мною ты.
Number 11. Mikhail Gorbachev's Love Ballads and Vladimir Putin's Digital DVD. My president can kick your president's ass and then he'll steal your girlfriend from you. Former Russian Soviet Union President Mikhail Gorbachev released a CD singing ancient Russian love ballads to honor his late wife, Raisha Gorbachev, and her foundation, which raises money for childhood cancer. Now, it didn't quite go platinum, but the album did debut with over $150,000 in its first week. And not to be outdone in the media by his predecessor, Russian President Vladimir Putin released a DVD, Learn Judo with Vladimir Putin, in 2013. To the bemusement and the criticism of its Western counterparts, the DVD is equipped with throws, kicks, and takedowns. I guess Putin's bodyguard will very soon be out of work, or maybe he'll be protecting them. Number 10.
You may be wondering where to take your family on vacation. Well, on Tuesday, Russia unveiled a brand new option.
It's called Patriot Park, and when it's finished, it's set to become a kind of Russian military Disneyland.
Okay, as an adult, I'm horrified, but as a former child, I'm incredibly jealous.
Russia's number 10. Russia's military Disneyland. Patriot Park, also known as Russia's military Disneyland, is a military park in Kubinka, Russia, which is west of Moscow. Commissioned by Vladimir Putin in order to make the military seem cool to the youth and raise levels of patriotism. Instead of riding the teacups, it's a small world after all, and taking pictures with Disney princesses, here, children and families, they can watch famous reenactment of famous battles such as Stalingrad, play with rocket-propelled grenade launchers, and examine surface-to-air missiles. So honestly, with being able to sample army rations and buy military gear, who really needs a funnel cake and those annoying Mickey Mouse ears? Number 9. Sex Doll Boat Race. Since 2003, some Russians have competed in the Bubble Baba Challenge, Baba meaning peasant woman in Russian. In this race, more than 500 Russians take inflatable sex dolls and travel down the Volga River's Lusovo Rapids. Additionally, the rapids take about 2.5 minutes and there's always a winner. Number 8. 1,800 skiers and snowboarders in bikinis ski and snowboard to world record. If you could learn one thing from skiing and snowboarding, that it could be done anytime, any place, and wearing anything apparently. In 2013, 1,800 skinnily dressed skiers and snowboarders descended down Mount Zelenoya in Siberia to set a new Guinness World Record for the largest downhill ski ride in swimming suits and bathing suits. This beats the previous record of 500 set 4 years ago also in Russia. So, instead of having fun in the sun, you can have something nice on the ice. Number 7. As a part of a complicated deal between PepsiCo and Sorchayana Vodka in the 1990s, which gave PepsiCo the rights to sell in the USSR while Sorchayana received the rights to sell in America, Pepsi received 17 submarines, 10 ships, a cruiser, a frigate, and a destroyer from the USSR, making Pepsi at the time the 7th largest navy in the world. Although I'm sure Pepsi wished they could have used this fleet to go to Atlanta and invade and attack Coca-Cola, it instead used this fleet to sell scrap metal to pay for the shipping of the products. Now, in another episode of Strange Payment Methods post-Soviet Union, in the late 1990s, teachers of the Miami district in the Altai Mountains were paid 15 bottles of vodka for 2 months of work as the local government ran out of money to pay their salaries. After an attempt to pay them with toilet paper, funeral accessories, bras, bicycles, and cabbages failed. Now, if you think saying the alphabet is hard while you're drunk, just imagine how difficult it is to teach it while you're drunk. Number 6.
Okay. Watery goodness.
Number 6. Cabbages make your breasts go bigger, while vodka helps you ward off any sexually transmitted diseases. According to my Russian friends, many Russians believe that eating cabbages will help a girl grow bigger breasts, while drinking vodka helps you ward off any unwanted STDs. Maybe this is why Russia had the highest annual consumption of cabbage per capita in the world at 20 kilograms per year and the highest number of average shots per month of vodka at 17.3. Now everything is starting to make sense. Number 5.
That the Metro 2 is a system of tunnels and bunkers. The tunnels split from the Kremlin to Vnukovo Airport and to an underground city 40 kilometers from Moscow.
Number 5. Secret underground metros and cities which connect the Russian military. Adding to the tradition of Russia paranoia, and probably for good cause, was Joseph Stalin in the creation of Moscow 2. As urban legend suggests, this metro system was used as a way to connect the military bunker, the KGB, and the Kremlin during World War II. Additionally, this also was supposedly used as a way to spy on the citizens of Russia to make sure that nobody was getting out of line, and also as a contingency plan in case the Nazis were to ever completely successfully invade Moscow. If you need further evidence of this existence, there are reports of metro rails leading to nowhere and closed-off staircases all over the Moscow. Number 4.
If you do that again, Vladimir, I will have no choice but to get down off my horse and punish you.
Number 4. September 12th, the day of sex in Russia. With abysmally low birth rates in 2007, Putin declared this a state of emergency, as it is estimated by 2050, Russian population will have decreased from 145 million to only 100 million. To combat this, Governor Sergei Morozov of the eastern region of Ulyanovsk took things into his own hands and declared September 12th the Russian Day of Conception, where men and women are encouraged to take off work and have sex and procreate from Mother Russia. 9 months later, if the couple is successful and he or she has a kid, they can win prizes, like in 2012, one couple won an apartment, and in 2011, another couple won a Jeep. To further increase fertility, it is reported that Putin invited the Boys to Men group in 2013 for Valentine's Day celebration to increase the libido between the sexes. So it looks like in 2050, maybe Russia's population won't be at the end of the road, and it won't be all that hard to say goodbye to low fertility rates. Number 3.
Во-первых, память вообще отшибает моментально. В зубы все летят. Печень, естественно, болит. Но все равно это уже не привычка у меня, это уже образ жизни. Уже все. Уже как бы обратного пути нету.
Number 3. Crocodile. After watching the hit show Breaking Bad, many assumed crystal meth took the throne as the world renowned drug along with heroin. Yet some Russians had found a way to outdo the drug both, probably combined. Desomorphine, known on the street as crocodile, was first used in 2003 in Novosibirsk, Siberia, a city with 20% of the population on Afghan heroin and high unemployment, as a substitute for heroin, which was 6 times more expensive. Crocodile is made with iodine, over-the-counter codeine, red phosphorus from matches, ethanol, and gasoline. This toxic and deadly mixture gives a similar high as heroin, but only 1.5 hours, 4 times less, with far more devastating effects. Reports show crocodile will eat your flesh off your bones, erode your muscles, give open ulcers, limb amputation, memory loss, impaired cognition, and zombie-like behavior, and pretty much anything you can think of that will just completely destroy your life. The average lifespan of a user is 2 to 3 years maximum. Fortunately, since the Russian government made over-the-counter codeine illegal, the cases of crocodile has dropped significantly from its peak of 1 million users in 2012, at the beginning of the decade. So if you seek death, this drug will definitely get the job done. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Now, as I was saying, drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad, because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing.
Number 2.
Are you serious? Do you hear yourselves?
Listen, if you would just listen to what we're saying, if we
I
can
don't
keep...
want to listen. Everything you say is crazy. Go back to Russia? I've never been to Russia. What, are we going to speak Russian? What are you going to do there? You can't be Russian spies in Russia. Then where are we gonna go? What country? Who are you gonna lie to? Who are you gonna make disappear? Paige!
KGB sexpionage. The hit TV show The Americans have made Russian KGB spies pretty popular, but the show only slightly touches on the various methods of seduction used by spies in order to get information or for blackmail. Oftentimes, the KGB used what's called Romeos to seduce lonely secretaries in West Berlin. It got so bad that many offices had to put up posters reminding the secretary to be careful of who they fall in love with. Their methods included indirect romantic comedy natural approaches such as meeting at bus stops, Starbucks, cafes, and libraries. Of course, not to be obvious, they only picked average-looking men and not the Leonardo DiCaprio really good-looking ones. Additionally, KGB also recruited attractive females who were trained in the various arts of seduction with various different sexual techniques. In-class instruction ranged from watching perverted pornographic films to even lesbian orgies in which the teacher participated in, and later the class would watch a video and have a discussion afterward about it. In one infamous case, KGB sent a group of young girls to disguise as flight attendants to seduce the Indonesian Prime Minister Ahmad Sukarno. As he was having the lesbian orgy, little did he know he was being filmed, and when the KGB tried to blackmail him, he reportedly asked them for copies of the tape because he would know that his people would be proud that he did the nasty with very hot, attractive Russian girls. Lastly, homosexuality was also included in the instruction not to leave out the gay community.
Quit playing with your hair, O'Neill, and drop down. You can't do these right, O'Neill. Do them on your knees. I like these just fine.
And number 1, the one that I find personally the most interesting. Russian female snipers. While America debates on whether or not women should be let into combat roles, Russia has had a long history of women who have fought and died bravely side by side with their male counterparts. Most famous of these women are the deadly female snipers of World War II, the deadliest being Lyudmila Podvichenko. Although she's from Ukraine, some might use this in a Ukrainian video, she has over 309 confirmed kills, 36 of which were fellow German snipers. Mind you, Chris Kyle from American Snipers only had 150 confirmed kills, earning her the title the most deadly female sniper in history and one of the most deadly snipers in the world, only at age 24. And to think, Soviet officials laughed at her when she said she wanted a gun, and they even tried to make her into a nurse. Not to be outdone by her is the blue-eyed, blonde-haired bombshell, Senior Sergeant Rosna Chania. If it was not for the war, she could have probably been a very attractive model. She joined the Red Army in her skirt and a pantsuit after her brother died in 1941. With a super short career, she has amassed 59 confirmed kills and rose to the rank of 1st Sniper Platoon. At the young age of 20, she was killed protecting a senior officer from an attack. These are two very deadly women any guy would want to date, but watch out because at the end of the day, these two women could probably also kick your butt.
Solar plexus, instep, nose, point!
Thank you so much for watching the first episode of the most craziest, interesting, shocking, and bizarre facts about Russia. Please let me know what you think of my list and whether you agree or disagree in the comment section below. If you know any other crazy, interesting, shocking, or bizarre facts about Russia, please let me know in the comment section as well. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. See you next week as we go all around the world.